Bonjour tout le monde, c'est Diane. I'm the American blogger behind the We in France Facebook page and Living Abroad Lifestyle blog. Thank you so much for joining me today. If my voice sounds funny, it is because I'm recovering from the flu. We are in the town of Clisson here in the Loire Atlantic, and I had to come here for something else today, and I said, you know what, let me turn on my camera even if I'm not 100%, and if my voice gives out and I can't talk, I feel like the town is absolutely gorgeous and worth a look. So I'm calling this a mini Facebook Live because it's going to be mini in terms of the length and also the commentary. If it's your first time here, thank you so much. Welcome. Normally my broadcasts are a little longer and don't sound like this. Joe, Roma, hello. Let me know if you guys can hear me and if you see this beautiful castle in town in front of us without any issues. Just two things working against us today, a little bit of wind and my voice. So we're going to get started right away. Once again, if you're just joining me, it's Diane, the American, behind the Living Abroad Lifestyle blog, We in France and Facebook page. I'm recovering from the flu, so my voice is not usually like this. And as I just said, it's going to be a slightly shorter broadcast today, not as commentary heavy. So let's get started. First things first, we are in the town of Clisson. That's Clisson. And it's here in the Loire Atlantic. I live in the neighboring department, and I'm spoiled by this town. I've been here a bunch of times, so I'm going to let you know what I know as we get started. Gwyneth, Missy, hello everyone. So for anyone who's on here now with me, just before we get walking, if I could kindly ask you to hit share on this post live so that people on your page can kind of get the word that I'm live and join in. That would mean everything to me. It just helped me get the word out. I don't have a donation page or an advertising budget. It's just me just doing this for you guys. I think there's value in showing you everyday French life and beyond. So you're not going to find me in big towns most of the time. Zoya, hello. So hit share so other people can see what's going on. So right now we're in Clisson, as I said, and we are up on the top part of the parking lot in front of the Chateau de Clisson, overlooking the town. And as you can see as I pan around, hi Christine, we have fortified walls, a big fortress that looks over this gorgeous village. And where we're going to end up, hopefully in about 30 minutes, is down by the Sèvre Nantaise, which is the river that you see in front of us. We're going to get a better look in a few minutes. And Clisson, here where we are, comes together, the Sèvre Nantaise and the Moine, French vowels, where they come together here in the Loire Atlantic. So we're about 17 kilometers or so from Nantes. So if you ever find yourself here in the Loire Atlantic, maybe you go to the Puy de Fou theme park. That's a medieval theme park, and you're going to go to Nantes, stop at Clisson. It's not far at all, and it's wonderful, as you'll see. So we're going to get walking. Hello, Carla. We're going to get moving, and it's a little busy here today, guys, so I'm going to do my best to keep people out of the shot. Okay. Again, anyone who just joined, it's Diane from the We in France blog. I'm recovering from the flu, so this broadcast is going to be a little shorter than usual, and it's going to be a bit lighter on commentary, so thank you for understanding. Look at this fabulous tree in front of us. What a beauty, right? And we're going to get a nice shot of the Chateau de Clisson. And then at the end, when we're down low, we're going to look up. And that is an enormous view, just gorgeous. So this is the back of the castle, and we're going to head down these steps. But just look at that view. If you like the view, the sound is good, aside from my voice. And you can see what I'm showing you here, guys. Give me a red heart or a blue thumbs up, just so I know you're with me. The little button you see, let me know everything's good. And we're going to start heading down the steps. So just to tell you just a few things about the castle here. So this castle originated in the 11th century. And the walls came about, it was actually just wood in the 11th century, and the stone walls and the fortress started to be built in the 12th century, and it was a lord's residence at that time. But the sad thing is that it was severely neglected and was burnt down by the Republicans in the War of Vendée. So that was not ideal, but that was in, I believe, the late 1790s. But a famous sculptor, Lemot, that's L-E-M-O-T, he's very well known in the town because he bought this beautiful castle. He bought it in the early 1800s, 1807. He bought the ruins. Let's see if I could talk and walk. We're going to go down the steps. He bought it in 1807, and he basically preserved it and protected it and got it back into fighting shape. And this beautiful chateau became a historical monument in 1924 and then was actually bought by the Department of the Loire Atlantic, so no longer by Lemo and his family, in 1962. And that's the case today. Still a historical monument. And you can visit the castle. The entrance is on the other side. Maybe if my voice holds out, we'll be able to go see that. But we're just taking the scenic route down here into town. So thank you again for being here and putting up with the funny voice. I assure you, again, if you're new, broadcasts are a little more lively, and I don't usually sound like this. Lisa, great to have you here. Hi, Les. Hope you're feeling okay. I know you're in bed too. It's been a very rainy couple of weeks here. So my last broadcast, I think, was 3 weeks ago. It's just been raining. So I said, blue skies. I have to be in Clisson for something else. Check it out. Just give you the view as we're walking down. I said, let me just turn on my camera. And even if I can't talk too much, at least I could show you what we have going on here. All right, guys. So if you haven't already, head over to my blog. It's linked in the description. It's ouinfrance.com. That's O-U-I, we like yes in French. ouinfrance.com. You can subscribe to my newsletter. I talk about French culture, French language, a little bit of healthy living and pet stuff too, but all about what it's like being a foreigner in France. And I started doing Facebook Live a couple of months ago just to show you everyday life in France and beyond. We've gone to the grocery store. We've gone to a market. We've gone to another small town. We've been to Angers and seen the Chateau of Angers and the cathedral. So I hope you'll check out those videos if you like this sort of thing. Just as we're making our way down into town, I'll tell you what I have planned in the next month or so. Now, if the weather holds out, you're in for a treat next weekend. We might, big emphasis on the might, be going to the Charente-Maritime. I'm not going to tell you exactly where. That's a surprise. I don't want to get your hopes up if it doesn't work out. But there might be an excellent Facebook Live on Friday or Saturday of this coming week, so stay tuned. And then at the very end of May, Tom and I are heading south. Again, I'm not going to tell you exactly where, but let's just say there's water where we're going. So that should be a very nice Facebook Live opportunity. Okay. So I'll just show you a picturesque house here as we're getting into town. And Clisson is also known for gorgeous hiking paths. We're not going to go on any today, but just right outside the fortified walls, there are all kinds of hiking paths. So you'll see people biking, walking their dogs. And the town is quite small. Aside from tourists, only just shy of 7,000 people live here year-round. So I said 7,000. So it's a very small town. But the tourism accounts for all of the people you see around. And for good reason, because again, look how gorgeous it is. All right, guys, I see about 25 of you are with me. I'm just going to repeat again. I am recovering from the flu. That is why this voice sounds kind of strange. So if you're new here, thank you for bearing with me. It's not usually like this. But I figured I'd go live. And again, we are in the town of Clisson in the Loire Atlantic, not far from where I live. Okay, yeah, Missy, it is a lovely village. And you know what? It's actually has a lot of architectural styles from Italy. People say it's reminiscent of an Italian Tuscan village. I've never been to Tuscany, but I'll take their word for it. And I know what they mean. When I saw the big view from up above, you can see exactly what they mean. Just the beautiful orange tile roofs, unlike the slate roofs, which are so common, especially in Brittany. We're not far from Brittany. So if you kind of look straight, you'll see up in the sky here, there's a beautiful church. I believe it's called Notre Dame of Clisson. And maybe we'll go up there if my voice holds out. But what I'd like to show you now, we're going to turn right, and you might even hear the water. We're going to go look at the beautiful Sèvres Nantaise. And I'm going to show you this view. This is the money shot. This is what we come to Clisson for. So we'll zoom up on the flowers and up and over. Wow. Beautiful bridge, which we're going to get to. Just take this in. Again, if you're there, if you're with me, give me a red heart. I'm going to rest my voice for 1 second as I just pan right, and I'm going to show you everything we have in front of us. I said I was going to rest my voice, but I want to tell you right where the rapids are here in the summer. You can rent kayaks, and you could just kayak around to the right. But the more adventurous types kind of go down the rapids, and it's really fun. I'm going to head over there and show you. It really is gorgeous, right? These, oh my gosh. This view, this town, it never gets old. It's absolutely gorgeous. You might hear the water rushing, so I'm kind of close now. But that's where the kayaks go, right in here. And you could just go nuts. Kayak around, it's fun, it's a great time. And there's a hotel right in front of us. Tom and I stayed at that for our anniversary 2 Augusts ago. We'll take a look real quick. It's a great hotel. I have no affiliation with anything that I'm pointing out, just to be clear, in case anyone was wondering. Just like the place, I thought I'd show you. So yeah, holy heck, right? What a nice town. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me just come up here. Okay. We're gonna get in some interesting commentary from people around. That's how it is when you look goofy with a mic and equipment and you're talking to yourself. What a beautiful tree. So guys, we're gonna cross over the bridge, go over where that hotel is. My plan is if my voice holds out, we're gonna actually head up here and I'm gonna show you a little more of the main part of town. So if you stick with me, that's the plan. But first, we're gonna head right over this beautiful bridge. Oh, another pup is out for a walk. Dagny is behind us. Let's see if she'll get in the shot. Hey pup, what's up? Dagny says hi. Animal lovers out there, anybody? She loves discovering. Okay. So this is a great photo op. If you find yourself in Clisson, you definitely want to get a selfie on the bridge. You know it? So you guys know it's actually me and not some monster with the crazy voice. Just turn the camera around for a second. Here I am. It's Diane. I'm really here doing selfie style. I'm going to let me just really make a fool out of myself. Give you the big view. There we go. All right, guys, let me turn it back around because you did not come on today to see me. You came to see the beautiful town of Clisson. Philippe, hello. All right, let's keep moving over the bridge. I'm just going to show you this side real quick. If you have your kayak, you can keep going down here. Usually the water isn't moving this much. The rapids are full force today. Weeping willow, thank you. That was the word I was looking for. It's escaping me. There's a little restaurant here overlooking the Sèvres Nantes. Never been there, but I'm sure it's wonderful. Okie doke. Okay. Yeah, I look myself. Yeah. I look myself. I'm good. It's just the voice right now. Just the voice, but leaps and bounds above what it was. So again, anyone just joining us, it's Diane, the American behind the Living Abroad lifestyle blog, We in France, and I do this Facebook Live thing to do everyday France life and beyond, showing you little towns, grocery stores, shops. Check out my page. Give me a thumbs up if you like this sort of thing. Oh, there's another doggy friend. And again, we're in the town of Clisson, in the Loire Atlantic. And because it is Sunday, just talking quietly, there are a bunch of people around. Hey, don't bark at my Dagny. There are a bunch of boutiques and little shops and things, but most of them are closed because it's Sunday. And in France, most things are closed. Not cafes, not restaurants necessarily, but everything else. But, you know, for tourists, a lot of villages like this one, they do have some things open. So if you find yourself on the route around Nantes on a Sunday, still it's worth it to come and to have a look around. There's a little ice cream place here on the left that I love getting a scoop or two in the summer or now. All right. I didn't ask to go in any shops, but there's a gallery here. Looks like it's worth a visit. Okay. And what you could do here, so this is it's a Best Western franchise, the Villa Saint Antoine. This is the hotel that we saw from the other side. Check out that crazy staircase, right? There's like a little widow's walk, or whatever you want to call this, that I'm on right now. Kind of go into the back. You're going to hear the water and a little bit of the wind. I'm just going to take a quick look. You're probably going to hear the water more than you hear me, but I want to show you the view, because once again, Clisson is by no means short of gorgeous views, so I want to make sure you get your money's worth. Let's just show you a house here. Missy asks, how far from Paris? By car, you mean, or by train? You could get to Nantes in about 2 hours, or Angers in an hour and a half from Montparnasse. Sorry for the wind. Hope you can hear me. It's not super far. Maybe about 4 hours by car. Don't quote me on that. But Nantes or Angers, very easy trip from Paris on the TGV, and this is just a stone's throw away. So it looks like we're getting a little bit of overcast weather. But again, this is the Sèvres Nantaise. The rapids. Oh boy, let me show you the rapids without dropping my stabilizer. There we go. Ooh, it's moving. Very unpredictable weather this time of year. And again, there's the church, the Notre Dame de Clisson that I told you about earlier. So I'll just show you the back of the hotel real quick, and then we'll walk out the way we came, and we'll keep moving along. But the back of the hotel has a really nice area where you can eat, great restaurant. You could just grab a drink, and they also have a pool. And it's very affordable, very affordable. I want to say maybe $150 a night, probably less than that, especially in the off season. I think we paid around $120 in August. So if you find yourself in Clisson, Villa Saint-Antoine, and again, I have no affiliation with the hotel or anything I'm mentioning on this broadcast. Just I've stayed there before, and it's my top recommendation. And for anyone then just joining, I want to point out I'm recovering from the flu, so my voice, in case you're new here, is not usually like this, and my broadcasts tend to run a little longer. So you'll notice how beautifully French windows, in some cases, are decorated. Just pan up here a little bit. Usually flower boxes, nice colors, that sort of thing. Okay. And so Clisson, it's not a hopping village where you're going to go out to the club and, there's all these bars. It's quiet. It's a charming little place. It's called a Station Verte. It's a green village, just for all like the flora and the fauna. You'll see herons, sometimes wild geese, ducks, all kinds of wildlife. Like someone pointed out before, the weeping willow tree. It's just a very picturesque, I keep using that word, sorry, kind of town. The cobblestone streets that you see we're walking on. And I think there's nothing wrong with Paris and big cities by any means. They're gorgeous. But for me, the real beauty of France lies in some of the small towns, or equal beauty. That's what I mean. Just as worthy, just as valid of a visit, and for you to spend your money and time on. Places like Clisson. And there's some kayaks. So there's big, what are those things? Aqueducts, viaducts, aqueduc. And you could run, jog. We're going to head over that way. I'll just show you some of the beautiful buildings around here, all very old. Are the merchants English speaking? Someone is asking. Linda, good question. I think they probably know a little bit of English, enough to get you ice cream or food, or of course at the hotel. I can't say I've heard anyone speaking English today, but most of the shops are closed. But I think you would do okay. It's very touristy. Oh my gosh, you can tell I'm sick. Very touristy here. So, you're not in the middle of nowhere. We're only about a 20-minute drive from Nantes. So they're used to tourists and people not knowing French. So no problem at all with that. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is turn back around, and we're going to go back the way we came. And I'm going to take you up toward the church. There's also a covered market that's empty today, but it's one of Clisson's claim to fame, a beautiful covered marché. I believe it's open on Saturday. And a man is petting Dagny, and she wants to follow me with Tom behind, so she's on the move. She doesn't like leaving anyone behind, so we'll just wait for her for a second. Yeah. So we're gonna keep moving here, guys. Okay. And again, I'm sorry my voice isn't how it normally is, but I just was here, like I said, anyway, and I thought, oh gosh, I have to show you this beautiful town, because it's one of the beauties. Okay. All right, just going to rest my voice for a minute as we're getting back to the bridge. Feel free to hit me with any questions you have below, and again, please subscribe to the blog. My newsletter boxes, if you just go to weinfrance.com, pop in your email. I email usually about once a month. And guys, a few people emailed me. They love that I'm doing Facebook Live, and they asked, how can I support you, Diane? And you could support me, first of all, thank you. You could support me by interacting with me here on the live broadcast, by, interacting with the buttons, talking to me, by sharing the broadcast live as it's going on. So if you're listening now, if you don't mind, hit share so it shares to your page while it's actually live. And when I say interact, if you're listening on the replay, that is more than awesome too, to hit share and to, the lady almost stepped on her dog, to comment and interact with me and to hit the buttons and to share if you're listening on the replay. I know I kind of went live here without much notice because of the weather and just my plans weren't firmed up, but that would be amazing if you did that. And I'll pop back into the comment section for anyone catching this on the replay. I have no problem typing, just talking. And you could also interact with me on Facebook, on my Facebook page and my blog. Share my post, comment. Let me know you're out there. It always is surprising when people say, "Oh, Diane, I've been following you for a few years. This is my first comment." I'm like, "Oh, come say hi." I love hearing from everyone. So please don't be afraid. Don't be shy. So again, for anyone just joining, we're in the town of Clisson, here in the Loire Atlantic, and I'm going to give you the money view again, just in case you weren't here 10 minutes ago when we first walked across the bridge. And then we're going to head up the stairs, and we'll probably end this maybe in about 10 minutes, just when I get to the top. We'll overlook the town from up over here, and I'll give my voice a break. All the dogs are out today, so I'll give you the view from here. Thanks so much, Gwyneth. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Lisa. It's funny, the Facebook algorithm changed recently for page owners. And basically when we go live, when we post stuff, it only shows it to maybe 1 or 2% of our fans. So to kind of help that algorithm along, it really does matter. If you guys like what I'm doing, you enjoy this, you want me to keep doing it, so get the word out so more people can find this and interact. And as I mentioned earlier, for those of you who were with me from the beginning, there's a chance, if it doesn't rain, that Tom and I will be in the Charente-Maritime next Friday. For now, the exact location is going to remain a secret, but I should be doing a very good Facebook Live for you guys from one of my favorite towns that may or may not be on the coast. Okay. And here's my favorite shot from Clisson. Down on the flowers, up over the tulips. Little weeping willow for you. Oops, wrong way. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, so I just call this everyday France life and beyond. We've gone to the market, gone to the grocery store, we've gone to little towns, we've gone to slightly bigger towns like Angers, and just showing you what France is like outside of big cities. So we're gonna just head up the stairs here. Let's see, someone, sorry, I didn't see the name, maybe Hillary. What kind of shopping do you do there? Antiques, soaps. So again, Clisson is a small town. It is very touristy. Only home to just under 7,000 residents, but there are shops. So we might see a few as we get up here. If my voice holds out, I'll show you a few. But there's a beautiful wine shop up at the top of this hill. If you're into wine, all in and around Clisson, there are wineries and vines. Muscadet is the grape that produces a really, really good. It's one of my favorites, one of my favorite whites, not just from the region, but anywhere. Produces really nice dry white wine. And Clisson and the surrounding area is highly known for the Muscadet grape. So if you're into wine, you can pop into the wine shop. There's also galleries for art, like the one we just put our head in real quick. So if you're into at least browsing, you could do that. There's also historical monuments like the Chateau de Clisson that we saw. That's to my left right now. Oh boy, guys, this might be rough. What do you think? Go up? I'm going to rest my voice as we go up the stairs, but I think we should do it. And there's also, maybe we'll take, hey Tom, should we take the scenic route to show them some houses maybe? Or should we go up the steps? What do you think is best? You think the steps? Okay. This is the most direct route, guys, so I'm going to stop talking as we go up so I don't fall. And then when we get up, I'll show you some of the boutiques that are closed. But yeah, there's a bakery, a pâtisserie, all kinds of interesting things. This is where we're going. And you'll see just as I'm going up, I'll try to keep the camera to the left to show you this gorgeous chateau. And I'll show you the main entrance before we were on the back. But now we're going to walk by the main entrance. Okay, going to zip the lip till we get to the top. Here we go. Very uneven steps, so don't come here in heels. Or at least don't take these steps if you have heels on. Almost there. How far we've come. Thanks, Joe. I bought a stabilizer after the first broadcast. A necessity. Okay. So as I said, you can go in the chateau. It is open on Sunday. Take a tour. I'll show you the moat. It's not like the Chateau of Angers where they have beautiful flowers and gardens right out front, but still nice. And again, the chateau dates back to the 11th century when it was wooden. And if you're just joining me, I had a bit of commentary with dates and the history of the chateau at the beginning of the broadcast, so this will post to the top of my page when we're done, and you could go back. Thank you again for watching, guys. I know this isn't ideal with my voice, but doing the best I can for you. Just show you another shot of the chateau while we're up here. Oh yeah. Okay, and here's that wine store. So if you take those big steps, it's closed, like I said, because it's Sunday. But there it is. Pop in there. There's also a grooming salon for your pup. The salon de toilettage. Toilettage is grooming. The tourism office is here. We also have La Blanche Hermine, pâtissier chocolatier, right in front of us. And this is that covered market I was telling you about. Let's see if the camera will adjust. Dun, dun, dun. And just behind me there's another bakery. So you could see rain or shine. This is where they have an excellent market. Okay. So let's keep walking through. How about that? And I'll take you to that church. So on the right, just as we're coming across the market, there's an épicerie fine. It's kind of like a specialty grocery store, specialty products. It is closed, but we'll just stick our camera in the glass. Look like they have some French products and also products from other countries. Okay. And there's a crêperie here on the left. And yeah, as you can see, not much going on in the little town. But there's some little clothing stores, little boutiques. Shoes here on the right. Yeah, how nice to see sunshine. I'm with you on that. It's been absolutely insane. A little bit of jewelry. Up, and a dog that's not too happy. Let's check him out. Looks like a little poodle. Hey, bud. He wants to see Dagny. Dagny, what do you think? Dagny's not too fazed by him. Okay. Charming. Signal. Lisa, I'm sorry. Signal. Did my signal go out? Sorry, I don't know if that was the name of a store. I was just watching where I was walking. Sorry about that. Here's a butcher. And then there's a little store here. Looks like they have all kinds of fun little knickknacks and bags and that sort of thing. Okay. And Tom, should we end up at the church? All right, guys, we're just going to cross the street here, make sure we aren't getting hit by a car. You guys still with me? If you're still there, you're enjoying this broadcast despite my voice, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're still out there. You could still hear me. And here's just one little clothing store. All right, we're going to just head down here and we'll go check out the church. Okay. It lagged for 10 seconds. Yeah, it's always hard when you're walking around because we rely on data either from a hotspot or our phone connection. So hopefully you guys are still with me. Here's something called La Via Romaine, a beauty institute, well-being. Looks like you could get some massage there, different products. Okay. Yeah, Hillary, it really is lovely. It really is. If you find yourself in Paris doing maybe a long weekend somewhere, maybe you're heading to the beach in the Loire Atlantic, it's definitely worth your time to stop in Clisson, even if it's just for lunch and you just walk around like what we're doing here. Again, it's not a big town, so I don't think you really need more than, one night here. Roll in the afternoon, walk around, have a nice meal. And there's a nice little cafe here that we're going to come up on as we're getting to the church, the Notre Dame of Clisson. And we'll just poke our camera around. And you're welcome, Kyle. I'm sorry I don't have more energy to my voice today and that it's not a little bit longer. But I just figured, what a shame it would be to come to Clisson anyway and not turn the video on. So here we are. And again, anyone watching on the replay, please feel free to comment, to say, hey, I'm going to have no problem typing. No voice needed for that. So I'll be able to get back to you and answer any questions. Okay, so let me just walk up to the fountain that is empty right now, turn around, and show you guys the lovely clock tower. There it is, of one of the largest churches here in Clisson that overlooks the town. Linda, no, I don't live in Clisson. This is the Loire Atlantic, and I live not far from here. Easy drive, but just in the neighboring town of the Maine, not the neighboring town, the neighboring department, the Maine-et-Loire. I'm in the 49. This is the 44. And here's that cafe I was telling you about. Okay. Just give you a view down here of another house. And does anyone have any questions before I end the short broadcast for you guys today? Happy to answer a few questions. The voice is still holding out. Maybe you have a question for Dagny. No, there's no treats here. Get out of here, you monkey. She's happy. You wagging your tail? Okay. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it there once again. Thank you so much for watching. It's Diane from the We in France blog and Facebook page. I'll just turn this around to say hello once again. Here we are. And thank you so much. Next time, I'll actually have a voice. Thank you for watching. And subscribe, like, share, and I'll see ya. Bye, guys.